Now, back to G.I. Joe.
Hello, true believers. Yo, Joe. We're going to be reviewing G.I. Joe issue 15.
Gotta have brick ready.
Yep. It's issue 15. It's called Red Eye to Miami is the title of this one. So when we left Snake Eyes, Kwinn, and Dr. Venom, they had just gotten out of their watery grave. Yep. Oh, you got the compendium. We're making a dent in it. We're making a little bit of a dent in it. Well, when we left Snake Eyes, Dr. Venom, and Kwinn, they just escaped their watery grave and near death.
Yep.
Well, we haven't seen Kwinn yet. Dr. Venom thought he got rid of Kwinn.
Yeah,
we'll get it.
Yeah, Kwinn. Kwinn didn't make his appearance yet, but something tells me he's not dead.
No. Well, I mean, he's on the cover here, flying the plane. So we get some cool stuff in this one. We'll get into it. But before we get into it, I will say that we have the first cameo appearance. He's not in it for long, but we get the first cameo appearance of the mercenary known as Major Bludd.
Major Bludd.
His name is Sebastian Bludd. His primary specialty is terrorism. Secretary of Military Specialty is weapons and tactics. He was born in Sydney, Australia. He received military training in the Australian Special Air Service, later joined the French Foreign Legion. He worked as a military advisor in a number of countries and is currently wanted for crimes in Rhodesia and Libya. Proficient with every form of infantry weapon in current use, Bludd has a tactical mind like a steel trap. Qualified expert, all NATO and Warsaw Pact small arms. Major Bludd writes poetry badly.
Yep.
He's a mercenary's job is a heartless one. I'm a soldier for hire like a pawn shop gun. My ruthless tactics keep you on your toes because I fight them all, whether friends or foes. From the Attica Gazette. All right. So anyway, he's a real. He's not very good at poetry. So anyway, so it's kind of like the same as, remember how we saw Destro in previous issues before his first appearance in Shadow. So we'll see it in here, but let's get into it because we're going to tell everybody. It's been a while since we did a video. We got to let everybody know what happened to Snake Eyes. These guys, see if they're all right. All right. So let's bring this up. So we got G.I. Joe issue 15. It's from 1983. And it looks like, as we can see from the cover, Snake Eyes is in a little bit of peril. Here, Dr. Venom's a real bastard. I'll tell you that, Jeff. That's one thing I know about him. All right. So it's called Red Eye to Miami. So here you go. Here's Dr. Venom. This is where they run into those Cobra guys. Snake Eyes and Dr. Venom escape from the sunken bunker in Sierra Gordo, only to be captured by the Cobra hit squad that had been masquerading as renegade government troops. The Baroness told Cobra Commander that she had killed the two of you. I guess it's up to me to show her up and finish finish you off good and proper. And Dr. Venom was like, "No, please, I'll do anything. I'll give you money. I have millions hidden in Zurich. Just don't shoot me. Let's do the world a favor and finish off this creep before he contaminates the gene pool." We got, again, of course, the script is written by Larry Hama, pencils by Mike Vosburg, inks by John D. Agostino. Rick Parker is the letterer. Andy Yonkis is the colorist. And Danny O'Neill was the editor. And, of course, Jim Shooter at this time was the editor-in-chief. So this is also like volume 1, issue 5. Let's go on. Wait, Cobra Commander's going to want to see their bodies. We shoot them here, we got to carry them. Let's make them walk to the airfield and shoot them there. Well, what are we going to do when we get to the airfield? Ain't none of us can fly a plane now, you know. But I can. I am qualified fixed wing pilot with single and multi-engine certifications. Get me a plane and I can fly us all out of this wretched jungle. And we're Dr. Venom, to a destination of your choice where all sorts of unpleasantness can happen to the likes of us? No thanks. We'll see what happens to your friends. Where's your mercenary pal Kwinn? feeding fishes on the river bottom with a knife in his back. Kwinn was a troublemaker. He actually had scruples. Besides, it was an accident. So anybody with scruples is a troublemaker, and it was not an accident. But here's Kwinn doing his little Martin Sheen Apocalypse Now pop about. He hit his head on the door frame. I tried to save him, but it was too late. Eskimos can't swim anyway. They never learned how.
God.
Yeah, this is bullshit. If you ever fall in the water in the Arctic Circle, you die. So there's no reason to mistrust me. I can fly the plane wherever you want. I'm an excellent pilot. You'd better be a good pilot, Venom.
Uh-oh.
Because this old Eskimo, he likes a smooth ride when he flies, and he just opens up, rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Oh, these guys.
Why did Snake Eyes? I don't know why he would rescue Venom.
Well, maybe because he can fly a plane. That might be the only reason.
Oh, or maybe he's not rescuing him.
No, he's not rescuing him. Let him up, Snake Eyes. It's over. I said, let him up. Like him or not, he's the only one who can fly us out of this mess.
That's why,
Yeah. But had to get some shots in. That night at the airfield, guards and searchlights. Something must have happened here. See, G.I. Joe issue 13, they had a rock and roll, and guys had a little bit of a skirmish here and stalkered all of them. 2 machine guns in the tower and an assault rifle at the base of the tower. Not good. And another guard at the plane we want. Pablo, you want some of this sandwich? No, but I think I'll join you for a while. The bugs are eating me alive in this lot. We want the big plane. It's a World War II British Avro Lancaster bomber. The Spitfires next to it don't have the capacity or the range that we require. Shh, the guards are getting together. Give me some matches. I'm going around the back of the plane and sneak a smoke. You take the smoke. I'll handle Fatso. You take the smoke or I'll handle Fatso. There we got here. And Kwinn takes them out. They take them out. That's the entrance to the dorsal gun turret. Snake Eyes, make yourself useful and cover the tower while I turn over the engines. You sure you can start this thing, Venom? Master Fuel, does it say fuel cook set or cock set?
Yeah.
Cock set to start, fuel pumps on, advanced retard, reignition lever on, inertia starters engaged.
It's a bunch of aviation mumbo jumbo.
Yes, I can starter. Just as I'm sure our friend in the turret can operate those twin 303 Brownings. I'll take the engineer's seat. I'm only single engine qualified, but I know enough to tell when the oil pressure's low or the manifold is too hot. You've flown small planes? Perhaps you could spell me at the controls once we're up. Not if I have to turn my back on you. Starboard, outboard, and inboard engines running smoothly. Keep an eye on the tower, Snake Eyes. They know something's wrong now.
Yeah, they're gonna hear that.
Port outboard engines running. Curses. Port inboard engine isn't running. Stop those skyjackers, Julio. I'll call headquarters. Kwinn, look at the flight manual. Can we take off with 3 engines? Impossible. Yes. We need all 4 Rolls-Royce Merlin revving up to 2,500 RPMs before we can clear an inch of the tarmac. I've got a plan, but I have to let the other 3 engines warm up a bit. So we might as well go back for a moment and take care of some unfinished business. Go back? There's 2 machine guns in that tower, yes. But there are 12 machine guns in the wings of this Park Spitfires. You may fire when ready, Snake Eyes. And he opens fire on them. Shaboom.
Oh.
No sense in getting this heap airborne, Kwinn, if we leave them the means to shoot us out of the sky. Headquarters, set up a truck blockade at the end of the runway. Those crazy gringos can't possibly take off. The interior starter motor is burnt out on the port inboard engine. We can't lift off, Venom. This is a short runway. We need all 4 engines. I feathered the prop on the dead engine. We'll build up a speed on the ground with the other 3 engines and hope that we can generate enough airstream. to kick over the dead engine when I unfeather the prop and manually cut the fuel injection system. You mean to tell me that you're going to push start this thing? How can that work? It had better. The end of the runway is blockaded. Uh-oh. And they've got us bottled in from the rear. So Snake Eyes opens fire again. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. Zoom. He hits the truck. Now, prop unfeathered. Fuel mixture on. Turn over. Curse you. Turn over. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Roll. Starts rolling. He gets it. And here they are. Look, it's look like they're getting ready. Everybody's clearing out. They think they're getting ready to hit. Boom. They hit the landing gears though. Look.
Yeah.
That's a good action picture though. Look at that.
Yeah.
They're getting away, but they lost their main landing gear. They'll never be able to land.
You can put her down on the belly.
Take the controls, Quinn. My hands are a bit shaky right now. You best bone up on this flight manual, Venom. It's a long way to Florida. You can't sit here at the radio operator station and study quietly. You can sit here at the radio operator station and study quietly, but I'm warning you, Venom. The slightest hint of treachery from you will result in excessive pain and permanent damage. Uh-oh. Don't be paranoid, Quinn. What harm could I do with the radio? I'm hardly in a position to expect help from Cobra, even if I was able to send them a message in Morse. And look at it. Tap, 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 tap. They're heading due north. Get all the scrap metal off the runway and get that spare Spitfire out of the hangar and in the air. Uh-oh. Suddenly, ting, ting, ping, ping. We're hit. How? We're above the range of ACAC fire. He's talking about ACAC is anti-aircraft fire. No ground fire. We're under attack by another aircraft. There it goes, a Spitfire. I thought Snake Eyes knocked all of them on the ground out. We should have straightened the hangars too. Better let me drive for a while. What if we level out and let Snake Eyes get a clear shot at him? Snake Eyes will never hit him. I'm not disparaging Snake Eyes. It's marksmanship. It's just that we're dealing with an experienced pilot. He turns with us and attacks from the blind spot. Snake Eyes can't depress his gun mounts far enough to engage the target. Spitfire 3 to Alpha Base and closing in for the kill. He hit us again. Can we outrun him? No. And we can't outclimb him either. But maybe we can outdive him. Now, if we could just get below this accursed moonlight. There. Now give his pupils time to dilate in the dark and switch all the running lights on. And I'll go, uh-oh. They blinded him. Ah! Help me, Quinn. Pull the yoke back hard. We have to break out of this dive. Wham! Boom. Cool. You are a good pilot, Venom. Too bad the weasel spirit lives in your belly like a cancer. I might have to carve it out for you someday. Ooh, saucy. Meanwhile, at Cobra headquarters, this is wonderful news, Destro. We must tell Cobra Commander immediately. Commander, Dr. Venom is alive. We've received a message from him in Morse code. He has the formula for the serum that will stabilize our plague toxin. He's willing to forget previous indiscretions. If we will arrange for a car and a lawyer to meet him in Miami. Of course. You were a bit hasty with him in Sierra Gordo, my dear Baroness. Baroness tried to kill him. I should have known that a crafty devil like him would cover all the probabilities. He never gave us the complete toxin. That's why the Vermonter experiment went awry. That went awry in the last issue, of course, when they were in Springfield. That still doesn't explain how you were able to anticipate the G.I. Joe attack on the furniture factory, does it, Destro? It was Scarface who tipped us off on that one. Sure it was, Destro. Sure it was. Morning over the Gulf of Mexico. The bomb bay doors, they seem to be slipping. If they open the door, the access drag will decrease our range, endangering our chances of reaching Florida. Snake Eyes, could you latch the door shut with some cables? Are you back there yet? Good. Click.
Oh,
What a dick. I hate this guy. Hang on, Shadow Man. I'll help him, Kwinn. I doubt it. Oh. He tries to grab. Uh-oh. What's going to happen here? Look, there's some trouble. See, now this is what I like about the old school comics. Look at this action. There's no words. And we already know what's going on. It kind of builds the tension up, like a storyboard. In whatever comic they photocopied this from, look how dirty it is.
Yeah.
Kick him loose, Kwinn. He will only weigh you down and make you fall. What makes you so sure I can't climb back in without kicking him off? Stupid question. Crack. You underestimate the power of the bear spirit. The bear is strong. The bear is angry. The bear is the weasel. Uh-oh.
Trouble.
The bear wishes the weasel was dead. No, I'll be good. I don't know what came over me. I'm a sick person. I'm not responsible, please. Oh God, man.
God.
Just throw him out. All right. Sob sniff. You would have me spare this miserable life, Shadow Man. You're right. A man who whips a dog will pull his own sled someday. I like that. G.I. Joe headquarters deep under Fort Wadsworth. Stalker. We got a final report on that analysis of the remnants of that Cobra enclave in Vermont. Not much to report, Hawk. Some glass vials on the top used to store toxins, but the fire destroyed all traces of whatever was in them. But we do know the main object of their experiments. Yes, ink printers ink. The place was full of it. At Cobra headquarters. Come in, Major Bludd. I've been expecting you. Oh, hell. You may dispense with the formalities. I don't pay you to salute me. I pay you to solve problems right now. I have a problem that only you can solve. His name is Destro. Uh-oh. Elsewhere, in Cobra headquarters, Destro and the Baroness are also discussing problems. So that's all of it. I switched the clues in Sierra Gordo to bait the trap in Vermont. I set up Cobra Commando to be captured by the G.I. Joe team. Why are you telling me this? I don't want to know these things. I did it for you. I didn't ask you to do all this, and I certainly had no wish to be privy to your traitorous secrets. How can I face him knowing these things? Do you understand the predicament that you put me in? You're forcing me to make a choice, but I won't betray Cobra Commander. I owe him too much. Do you love me? No.
How do you love him?
Destro, would you betray me? No. She still loves him. All right. Low over the Gulf waters, a boat. They've seen us, and they have a radio. They have a radio mast. We had better neutralize. No, Dr. Venom, you can't kill Snake Eyes and this old Eskimo, so you'll settle for anybody. So I won't let you slaughter innocent fishermen for sport. Fly on. Look, that bomber's headed straight for us. Somebody must have told the Coast Guard about that load of contraband in their hull. Uh-oh, we got drug smugglers here. So they're not just innocent. Well, they ain't taking me in on no smuggling rap. Load me, dog breath. They ain't taking in nobody after they fly into a few hundred rounds of steel jacketed armor piercing 30 caliber.
Uh-oh.
Kwinn, those innocent fishermen of yours are trying to kill us. I told you. Shut up, Venom. Just fly the plane. We've hit her fuel tanks. She's leaking aviation gas on us. Ceasefire before the muzzle flash ignites us. Uh-oh. Too late. We're losing fuel and altitude. We have to reduce our weight immediately.
Dude, that plane is taking a beating.
Yeah, I know. We're losing fuel and altitude. We have to reduce our weight immediately. Dump everything that isn't essential to flight navigation. Everything. Radio, guns and ammo, seats.
Oh, dude.
Take the breakout axes and chop off the bomb bay doors. Start on the side panels. Every single ounce will weigh against our making it to Florida. And at the Miami airport, has he arrived yet? No, but Cobra headquarters is keeping us informed. I'm sure they are. Take me to police headquarters. So they've already got their lawyer out right there.
Yep.
Now we're at Miami Beach. Would you look at that? I haven't seen a sight like that in 40 years. A Lancaster limping in on a wing and a prayer. Didn't think they were any left. That thing on the horizon? What are you talking about, Sheldon? That's a big bird, a seagull or something.
Nope.
Nope. I was in Dover for 6 months before Normandy. Saw those Lanx wheels by the cliffs on their way back from pasting kraut roller bearing factories every morning. It does appear to be some sort of big airplane in trouble. They're all running, and these two old people are just sitting there chewing the fat. We've got no landing gear, Venom, and no chutes. How are we going to get this thing down without killing ourselves? We'll skip it across the waves with all the flaps down and hope that it slows us down enough to beach it without losing hull integrity. In other words, you're going to drag the tail in the water and hope we don't spread ourselves all over the beach. Exactly. Well, Dover, I didn't know you were in Dover during the war. Isn't that where the Saul comes from? And wasn't there a song? How did that go? Dum, da dum, dum, dum. It was a scary time. I guess I was too young and stupid to know how scary it was. You were never stupid, Sheldon. Do you think I would have married a stupid person? I was pretty dumb, Estelle. I remember sitting there and thinking about how dangerous it was to go up one of those flak traps, risking to getting your BVD shot off. That's not dumb, Sheldon. Sounds pretty smart to me. Still, when I was thinking that, I was sitting in the landing craft waiting to go into the first wave of Rangers on Omaha Beach.
Jesus.
When the other guys did it to us, we called it a suicide attack. When we did it, it was just called the first wave. It just shows you. It just goes to show you nothing's very scary unless you know it's supposed to be. Sheldon, there's sand in my drink. Climb out there with your hands high. Sheldon, do something. Those men in that plane ruined my pina colada. Well, what do you want me to do, Estelle? Call a cop?
There's enough
I
of them.
like that. That's a cool picture too. They beat that plane to hell, like you said. Miami Police Headquarters. None of these guys are talking. Book them all as John Doe's and get their mug shots out to the feds. Will you look at this? The big lunk was carrying a 30 caliber air cooled for Pete's sake. That's him. The gentleman in the middle is my client, Dr. Venom. I have here a writ of habeas corpus for his immediate release into my custody. Oh, they bribed somebody, Jeff.
Yep.
This here's a writ, all right, signed and proper. This one's walking, Freddie. Cut him loose, and I'll give him back his shoelaces. Take these other two Class A felons up to detention. Toodle-doo, boys. Have fun in the license plate shop. I can't figure it. That lawyer was in here with a writ an hour before the plane landed. That's something, huh? Let it ride, Snake Eyes. We'll catch up with him someday. You shouldn't have baited him, Venom. Cobra Commander had to call in a lot of markers to get you that writ. It's tenuous to say the least. You should have shut up and walked out quietly, and that's not my style. I like to rattle the cage, and that's just what I intend to do back at Cobra headquarters. Next issue, someone will die during the night attack. So the next issue,
you just get that feeling Dr. Venom's not long for the earth.
No, he ain't. Oh, look here. This guy thought Snake Eyes was dead. Dear Denny, writing to Denny O'Neill, the editor.
Yeah.
I resent the killing of Snake Eyes in issue 12. Is there any way you can bring him back? If so, please, sob, bring him back.
Reread it, buddy.
By now, Ryan, you and all the other concerned readers who wrote to us know that Snake Eyes is still alive. Barely.
I wonder why he thought he died.
Because he didn't read issue 13.
Yeah.
Dear Denny, my 6.5-year-old son Ian is a big fan of G.I. Joe, and we've been readers since issue 2. The vocabulary is still a little too much for him. His favorite Joes are Snake Eyes, Flash, and Stalker. I had to do some explaining at the end of issue 12. He'll probably come back in the next issue. Honest. So now it's up to you guys. Otherwise, Ian thinks the dialogue is witty, fun, and snappy. And the heroes are neato, keen, and cool. Then who wrote this? He's happy, and that's what more can a real American mom ask for? Well, this is a cool mom right here. Ian says, thanks, keep up the good work, and keep Snake Eyes. C.W. White, Star Route Box 129-1, Durant, Oklahoma. Thanks for writing, CW. We're glad to have both Ian and you along for the ride. Now, that's a cool mom reading G.I. Joe comics to her son.
Yeah.
All right.
So
there you go.
It makes you think, I hate being a nihilist or, jaded, but I'm like, I wonder if some of those letters are, I don't know. They plants.
I don't know. They did a lot of letters back then, but so we got through it. What do you think, Jeff? A good issue? I think it was a good issue.
I like anything that has to do with the warplanes. That's cool.
Yeah. Also, so it's going to be more, I think, more continuation, because I think Dr. Venom doesn't realize it, but you can only outsmart so many people. Cobra Commander's pretty crafty, and he's not going to let that stand. What he did screwed him over. So
right, and he doesn't know he's walking into all kinds of different angles, because you got Destro and Baroness doing their angle. Cobra Commander's got Major Bludd working an angle for him. So Dr. Venom thinks he's going to go rattle the cage, but I don't think it's going to turn out good for him.
And the next one up is G.I. Joe American Hero 16. I'm not sure, but don't quote me on it, but I think this is the first appearance of Cover Girl. And probably a few more. You're going to hear that a lot in the coming weeks and months from us, that there's first appearance in these books, because there's a lot of first appearances in them. But
there's a lot
I don't really know if it's a review or if we're just like reminiscing, but it's actually starting to get really good. Like, it kind of started out kind of basic the first few issues, just single issue stories, but now it's starting to get into the cliffhangers, and I don't think we've seen the last of Kwinn again, obviously, for at least the foreseeable future. And of course, Snake Eyes would want to get back at Dr. Venom for all that he's done to him.
I think at this point in time, the success of G.I. Joe is starting to be apparent to Marvel, and they're throwing a little bit more serious attention to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So they're like, okay, it looks like the kids are enjoying this book. It's moving well. And we know it's a commercial for the toys. We get it, But the cartoon, I don't know if it's out already or soon to come out. I'm not sure.
I think they'd have the first miniseries special. It was 83, so
okay.
At this point, it's probably out.
Yeah, so G.I. Joe is becoming, the hot thing for kids, the hot toy. So Marvel's going to throw more resources at it, so we're getting better story, longer story arcs.
Yeah. And so also, what I really appreciate about this series is, like, I've read a lot of stuff that was based on a toy line that just came out because there was a toy out. They wanted to release a comic to promote the toy, like Chuck Norris Karate Commandos and a few other things, and they're not very good. They're not very well written. They're just not good at all. I'm just going to be honest. It was just for kids, but even it was like, it's not got no real like redeemable quality besides you read it once, you throw it away, you don't want to reread it. But at least what I liked about what this series did was with Larry Hama, he really worked on it. It wasn't just a throwaway thing to him. He was trying to write the best script and best story he could for each issue. And like, there's a lot of great cliffhangers in this series.
And Larry Hama's he's an old military guy.
Yeah, it's pretty top notch. So, and he had a lot of time to work on this series, and you could tell. So he didn't write everything up to this point. There was, I think, a couple issues we read, I think, where he wasn't the scripter, but for the most part, except for like 2 issues, he's wrote the script. So
Yeah.
But there you go. Let's I think we got another one. Hey, we got this one like at 30 minutes, so
Perfect.
doing pretty good. So now you know about G.I. Joe issue 15, Jeff. And you know what we always say about that.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe!
So there you go. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Please hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed, it's free. Go ahead and do it, and hit that notification bell when you do.
Yep.
So until next time, true believers, yo
Joe.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.